Hello, Object Show friendos. Hope you're all doing well, taking care of yourselves, and feeling awesome, or as awesome as you could possibly feel. And if you're not feeling awesome, I certainly hope that changes soon, and you do feel at least a little bit awesome. Mikey back with another episode of Object Show Roundup today, and let's kick things right off. I did say as soon as he arrived I would show him off. I already did a little post about him, but Scrapbook has arrived. Now, he's not the only plushie who has arrived over the last little while, but he was the one I was the most excited to get. Like, look at him. He's flipping adorable. Look at him. And look, one of my favorite little details is the tail hand with the pan bracelet. It's adorable. Yeah, he's the best. And as it was noted in the release video for him, to announce the release of him, you can actually also open him up. And you can actually put your memories in there. It's so flippin' adorable. I love this plushie. We do still have a couple of plushies to arrive. And yes, I will give you a photographic update when those arrive and show you where we stand with the plush army. It just keeps growing. But Scrapbook is going to be co-hosting every single episode of OSR now. He will be in the background somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to put him yet. Wait a second. Let's see if I can figure this out. There we go. He's always going to be there now. Oh, I was so happy when he arrived. All right, that was the first little update, Scrapbook update. I do have some sausage roll and kind of sausage roll adjacent art to share. Actually, we'll do the sausage roll adjacent art first. So I also posted about this not too long ago, but not everybody checks the post, so you might not have seen it. But my wife also has, my wife, and the kiddo all have object OCs. All of us have object sonars. Mine's sausage roll, kiddo's is lemon, and my wife has Bakewell Tart. So this is my wife's picture of her object OC. I love this. Isn't it so flippin' adorable, though? I love this. And, of course, it didn't take long to sneak out a little bit of fan art of that character as well. Gotta give kudos to Forkapply, because Fork's done so many awesome pictures. So Fork did do some fan art of Bakewell Tart there. How flippin' adorable is that? I love it. So it's like I said, it's sausage roll adjacent fan art. This is, but there is some sausage roll stuff as well. And first up, it's Forkapply again, who did. This is actually just based on a conversation that happened. But yeah, it's me, but fuzzier. More like me, actually. Look, it's like the hair is pretty much right. This is pretty much correct. This is maybe one of the most correct sausage roll arts we've had so far. But I love this. This is really fun. Thanks again, Fork. You never miss. And finally, one of the servers I am in, someone called Corbic, has been doing spinning animations, characters spinning, and I got to have a little bit of a spin. So there we go. I did a little bit of spinning. So thank you for that, Corbic. It's really, I tried to loop that better, but obviously I didn't do the best job, did I? It kind of stutters after the third spin, fourth spin. Yeah, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. I'm getting a little bit dizzy now, though, so I'm going to have to stop that. But I do appreciate that, Corbic, as well. That's really cool. Thank you for that. All right, let's get into some updates. We do have a couple of episodes of things to talk about today as well. But we do have some updates, one of which I was actually specifically sitting down and waiting for. It was an update from AnimationEpic. They said they had a very special announcement to make, and with the number 15 was the clue, and I said, well, it's the 15th anniversary of Inanimate Insanity, so it's got to be tied into that somehow. And yes, we did get the announcement that Inanimate Insanity in theaters celebrating 15 years. Yes, AnimationEpic is hitting the theaters now, and this is a biggie. This one. So April the 1st. On April the 1st, they will be showing the new episode of season 4. also said it's the longest installment of season 4 so far. It's going to be a big episode, oh my word. That makes me more worried than anything else, though. If it's a really long episode, that means there's lots of big things could happen. So, yikes. But yes, that's going to be showed along with... That's going to be showed? That's going to be shown. I can speak. I can do grammar good, I promise. That's going to be shown along with two new remastered season 1 episodes as well. So it's going to be quite a big night. And Adam did also say that it's going to have a few other little special surprises as well. So I don't know if that means perhaps some of the VAs are going to turn up at some of the screenings. Brian and Adam might show up at some of the screenings. So who knows? But I'm sure it's going to be a really fun time for anybody who gets a chance to go. It's at the Regis branches of cinemas across the US. So, hey, have just the best time if you do get to go to this. I'm sure I will hear from people who go and what happens and what kind of other things go on there. As long as I don't get to hear anything that happens in the new season 4 episode, I'm totally fine. It's interesting, this video did not mention anything about when that new season 4 episode was going to come out on YouTube. It might mention it somewhere else. I haven't checked all of the stuff yet. I haven't checked the ticket links or anything. I'm sure as we get closer to the date, they will mention it, because this is a whole month from now, so it's a whole load of build-up. So there's plenty of time for them to announce other things. It would be very nice if the new season 4 episode came out the day after on YouTube, like Jack and Jellyfy have been doing with the theatre releases as well, because that's obviously the thing that we don't want the spoilers from. The remastered episodes, yeah, they have little differences in them compared to the originals, but there's not as much really spoilery in those for people who've seen season 1. So fingers crossed that the season 4 episode comes out pretty quick after that evening is all done. But yeah, big stuff. Onwards and upwards, AnimationEpic. That's really, really cool stuff. I love it. And again, anybody who gets the chance to go, have an awesome time. All right, time to talk about something we haven't talked about before. It does only have one pilot episode, and it's actually from a few years ago, but it's so wonderfully well put together, and just I enjoyed it so much, I just had to talk about it. I have to thank Swagbroski for recommending it to me, so big thank you for pointing me in the direction of this. It is Don't Touch the Props by Ben Habeger, and it was really, really, really good, really, really fun. So we're going to dive into it, we're going to talk about it. Obviously going to say the same thing I always say, there's going to be spoilers, because we're going to talk about all the stuff that happens in this little pilot. So really do recommend hopping over to watch it if you haven't before. Or if you want to just listen to me waffle about it and then hover on over there and watch it afterwards. Whichever way around you want to do it, all I want to do is give you a heads up that we're just about to start talking about it. So let's do the talking about it. So like I said, there is only the pilot episode of this show, but it's just so delightfully put together. And I honestly think it deserves way more eyes on it and way more positive reviews from people. Just everything fits together so nicely right from the get-go. Like even the fun opening credits, it's got really punchy fun credits even, and then that leads right into our plot setup.
Don't touch the props.
Hello, and welcome to this afternoon's production of Nothing. It runs approximately 0 hours and 0 minutes. There will be no intermission. And please, take a moment to turn on your cell phones. I really miss the noise. Flash photography strictly encourages there's been nothing but darkness for over a week. Darkness. Forever. Not one single beacon of light. It is highly recommended that anybody sensitive to existential rants may want to leave the theater, as I'm not stopping anytime soon.
How are you?
You see, without stories to
Can you
tell,
be done?
humans don't show up.
Please be done.
And when humans don't show up...
So yes, our story is that the humans have all disappeared. I mean, maybe they all died. Maybe this theater just wasn't pulling in revenue anymore and it just got closed down. Either way, that leaves a whole lot of props with a whole lot of free time on their, well, I mean, I'd say hands, but, you know, they don't have those. But yeah, they're all bored. So we've met Ghostlight, or Ghosty, and Pre-Show. So who else is kicking around in here?
Boring. There's nothing to do around here anymore but watch you two bicker. I'd rather watch paint dry. And I did that yesterday.
Swoop, how did you watch paint dry?
I knocked over a loose paint bucket in the tech shop, and I watched it dry. It was really boring.
Isn't it wonderful how we get stuck with the only broom that creates messes?
Hey, I've never seen you come down from the sound booth to help out.
Oh, hi, Swoop. I see we have our resident menace raring to go. Every show needs one of those. I also love how the music in that scene plays in time to Swoop's talking and movements. That's very kind of like, it's got that kind of old school cartoon vibe going on. It's really fun. After that scene, Swoop hops onto stage with Ghosty, who asks Pre-Show to turn on the lights. Swoop complains about Pre-Show only listening to Ghosty with regards to things like that request, but before they can get any deeper into that particular discussion/argument, we meet Gobo and Gel.
Alright, the lights are on now. Can we quit with all the yapping?
We will not be silenced!
There's no such thing as silence with you three. I did not want to be left behind in this dark theater. I didn't ask to be left behind in this dark theater. I'm a flashlight for gosh sake. Yet the one time the lighting director forgets to take me home. Look at that. No more humans.
I mean, hey, look on the bright side. The lighting director may have left you behind in darkness, but at least he left behind old Sticky McGee.
Gel. Their name is Gel.
No, right, sorry. At least he also left behind old Gel McGee.
No, McGee isn't part of their... You know what? Never mind. Hey, Gel, thanks for the hand. You can head back up now. I'll call you back down when I'm ready.
Really, Pre-Show? Sad exit music?
I will not apologize for my art.
I don't know. I think Jelly McGee fits them quite nicely, honestly. And when I said before about them not having any hands, I mean, I guess Gel technically just is a hand. And that means because they help Gobo all the time, that means Gobo has a hand. So I guess there is a hand to go around. Also, super fun to realise that Pre-Show is indeed the one in charge of all the music that we're hearing in the episode too. So Pre-Show's kind of in charge of all the aesthetics. That's really fun. So after Pre-Show mentions their art,
Your art?
and Gobo mentions no longer having a purpose without humans,
A purpose?
and Swoop being bored without humans,
Without humans?
Ghosty has a light bulb moment. No, not that kind of light bulb moment. No, not that kind of light bulb moment either. Look, just let them explain.
We are going to put on theater and do our jobs without humans!
Well, that's a nice idea. I'll go hang it up on the mini fridge in the tech shop so everyone can see it.
Oh, nice. Exposure. The artistic director says that's the best kind of payment.
Okay, hear me out. Gobo, you miss having a purpose. Pre-Show, I know you think it's gotten too quiet around here. And Swoop? Well, it'll certainly be more fun than watching paint dry.
Yes! Finally! So long, blues! They always dry slower than other colors. I don't know why.
Okay, but what's in it for you?
Well, it's always been my duty to carry the torch while the theater humans are away. And since they're not coming back, I guess I feel I have to take that duty to the next level.
There's so many good jokes in there. One thing this show has is like the quick-fire delivery of lines from characters, and I love that. Comes across so well. Really funny. Exposure being the best kind of payment, and the callback to Swoop spilling paint to watch it dry. Those were the lines that really stood out to me. Brilliant stuff. Really good. So Ghosty has the idea. Can they convince everyone else to join in? I mean, Gobo doesn't say no, but does say that all of the other props are locked away behind very locked storage doors that not even Gel can get open. But Swoop has an idea and tells everyone to meet him in the tech shop. Okay, time for a scene change. And Swoop's plan is to have Gel help them open a mysterious locked toolbox that might contain what they need to open those doors. Well, is he right?
That's a dead body. Oh, never mind.
Why don't we try that again? From the top.
What do you want?
Well,
The humans have fallen! Theater is dead! But fear not, strange metal snake. With your help, we can bring it back. Do you accept your destiny?
No.
wait, theater isn't dead. The humans are fine. Probably. What my friend means to say is, they just stopped showing up. So now we're looking to continue our work without them.
So, let me get this straight. A ghost light, a tiny room, and a flashlight need my help to put on a show.
A crowbar. That's actually very handy and kind of exactly what they need, other than, a key. But can they actually convince them to help them out? After we get Swoop's story about his life as a prop in a familiar stage show. Yeah, insert It's the Hard Knock Life here. And despite the show itself not being good, slander. Swoop explains that people enjoyed it anyway. Our new crowbar friend still isn't convinced though, and is perfectly content to just stay in their toolbox. Ghosty isn't about to give up on them quite yet though.
But where's the joy in that?
What?
I mean, you could go ahead and lock yourself back up in that box. Or you could join in on the fun of making something with all of us. And we can do it without humans, too. We just need all the help we can get. So, will you help us?
Also, Ghosty has a beautiful voice and can sing you a rendition of Happy Birthday that'll move you to tears. Should you choose to say yes.
I'll think about it.
Yes! They'll think about it! That is so not the worst answer we could have received.
We're glad to hear you'll consider our offer. Crowy the crowbar?
Excuse me?
Well, we don't really know what to call you. What did they used to call you?
What didn't they call me? Crowbar, wrecking bar, pry bar, pinch bar, bar tooth, gooseneck, pigfoot, Jim and Jimmy. Don't ever call me Jimmy.
Then what do you want to be called?
Kimmy.
Oh, well, it's nice to properly meet you, Kimmy. Hope you decide to help these goofballs out because, honestly, they need all the help they can get. Pre-show then scares the heck out of Kimmy by, voice from above, by welcoming them back to the theatre. Swoop gets overexcited by Kimmy agreeing to help them out, even though they haven't agreed yet, and then runs off to cause havoc, presumably. Gobo decides to call it a day, and Kimmy asks Ghosty if they can talk about everything more tomorrow, because they need time to process everything. We then cut to later, 3 hours later according to Ghosty, and Swoop has crashed, after finally using up all of that energy, and Ghosty and Pre-Show have a little chat to round things off.
Hey, Pre-Show, do you really think we can pull this off?
I've never known you to give up before, so I feel pretty optimistic about it.
Thanks, Pre-Show. I appreciate your confidence in us. Hey, Pre-Show, do you think theater will ever come back? Like, back to how it was before?
As long as people still have a drive to create and a story to tell, then yes, theater will always come back.
Yeah. Hey, Pre-Show?
Okay, now you're the one causing all the noise. What more is there to say?
Good night.
Good night, Ghosty.
Oh, this was so good. Like, the end scene gave me, kind of old-school TV sitcom where, two of the main characters are kind of rounding off everything that happened during the episode. The music cues and the overall, story itself just, I don't know, kind of gave off kind of Pixar vibes to me as well. Everything just hit right. And this, little masterpiece, like I say, it came out 3 years ago, so honestly don't know if Ben plans to revisit it at any point. But to just have even just this piece of wonderful animation there for everyone to enjoy just makes me feel glad. It's one of those things that makes me happy that we have this platform as a medium, and You know, it's one of those things that if it ever goes away, we are going to lose a lot of really amazing content. So, watch it is what I'm saying, you know. And it's great because people can keep stumbling upon things after whatever amount of time, you know. Video could have been sitting there gathering dust for 10 years and someone might still just happen to find it. It's really, I love that. You know, I really love that aspect of this place. But anyway, like kind of I did, thanks to Swag anyway. Now, go check it out for yourselves because you will not regret it. And good job, Ben, and everybody else who worked on this show, by the way. It was really good. It was really, really, really fun. Okay, it only feels like yesterday that Wish on a Star episode 2 came out, and guess what? Wish on a Star 3 is due out as I'm recording this video. It could drop any second now, but I'd already committed to recording the video today and getting it up for you for your today, which is Sunday. So yes, Wish on a Star 3 will have already been released by the time this video comes out, so if you haven't gotten around to checking it out yet, then it's there. You should be able to go and watch it. And you'd better believe that I will have already checked it out for sure by the time you see this, and I will have already probably been scribbling away my notes. So, yeah, that was really quick turnaround time for episode 3. I mean, I am not complaining in any way, shape, or form, though, because I am so ready for more Wish on a Star. So, hooray! I actually just got a YouTube notification. I was like, is it out? It would have been so funny if it happened to pop up as I was talking about it. But no, it wasn't. It was something else. I've got to stop letting my phone distract me when I'm meant to be focusing on recording these as well. Tell me off. Tell me, turn my phone off. Actually, you know what? It's off. Full focus now. Go check out Wish on a Star. Okay, Gage, you mentioned that Warped Reality Auditions are still live. Phase 2 is now beginning, which means that some roles have been taken off. So I guess some have already been filled, but there's still things that do need to be filled. If you're a translator, translators, feel free to respond again, as we have a new requirement there. Auditions are going to close on March the 14th, so you've got a good 2 weeks to get in there and get applying for stuff if you want to apply for things. Good luck to everyone auditioning and or re-auditioning. So what they're looking for are background designers, animators, storyboarders, revisionists, musicians, and translators. They already do have some language translators sorted, but there is still a bunch they're looking for. So if you want to go and check that form up yourself and see if you want to put an application in, then I will pop that link as well in the description of this video, because if you happen to just stumble upon it here, it would just be easier for you to click the form from here, right? So, yes, good luck anybody who does go for a role in that show. Well, let's hop on over to IFAF17's channel now, and we got a fun little picker dongle, who is not looking super duper amused right there, and IFAF saying, I just really like this expression. Also, speaking of which, we have a release date. More info below. Alright, been waiting for this. When is Orc 3 coming out? You thought I would say the end date? Nah, you'll get it soon. Okay, thanks. You know something? I actually did fall for this. As soon as there was a little section that was like, you know, you have to click to see more, I should have guessed. I should really know better. I will take full responsibility for being a fool and falling for that one. But, like I've said, we'll get it soon. So, soon. Keep your eyes peeled, everybody. Orc 3 is somewhere. Might have to get digging, though, because it might just be underground. Okay, it's time for our regular weekly dose of BFDIE. Episode 9 came out on Thursday, as always, and it's called The Root of All Evil. But before we do dive into that, you know what I'm going to say. Spoilers. We're going to talk about the challenge, we're going to talk about the episode, we're going to talk about who gets eliminated. Obviously, all of that stuff's going to be mentioned if you have not watched BFDIE 9 yet and you are planning on doing so. Time to hop on to the next chapter for now. But, like I'm also always say, please pop back after you've watched it so you can hear my reactions. But yes, if you are all good to go and you want to hang around and listen to me talk about it, let's get into it, shall we? So yes, we are rocketing towards the end of BFDIE, and really is hard to believe it's been nearly 2 months since they dropped that news on us on New Year's Day to tell us that there was a brand new season coming out. So what the heck is going on here? Not what anybody expected. And to be honest though, I think the vast majority of us have all settled nicely into this, and it's been a fun old time. I've really, really enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed this season. It's just been a quick fire, silly, old school bit of fun. It's been really good. But you know what? Before I continue, we need to interrupt this show with another show.
Hello friends and fans, today we're going to be interviewing our final 4 competitors. This is Fern, the least relevant member of the remaining cast.
Hey!
Haha, anyway, Fern, who would you force into spending eternity on Nightmare Island?
No one! I wouldn't want anyone forcing me onto that island, so why would I make someone else?
Well, I'd probably send Rose to the island. And Sidewalkie. Only the mean ones.
I'd send everyone to the island. No mercy. I'll send Sticker and Toothpaste and Hot Dog and Fern and Jimmy and...
I also had an entire evil speech about sending everyone away, but money pretty much stole my thunder.
Allies?
Yes, my 2 favorites are teaming up against the 2 bad guys. Actually, that doesn't fill me with much confidence. And I did say that if they ended up teaming up, we'd end up losing one of the 2 of them. So I guess we can put that theory to the test today, can't we? But first, we need to know what the challenge is.
Hello, Final 4. It's time for our penultimate challenge. It's a combination of all the previous contests. You'll each compete in a mini version of the challenges back to back, with points awarded for how well you place in each challenge. After we get through all of the contests, the player with the lowest score is eliminated. I'd also like to give Sticker 20 bonus points for being my favorite.
What? That's so unfair! No! What the heck is fair?
Jeez, you guys never like my ideas.
Ah yes, the classic pre-finale BFDI challenge. All of the previous challenges. So let's get started and go all the way back to episode 1 with climbing the pole challenge. And Sticker also goes all the way back to episode 1 by bringing the trusty trampoline back. But Fern is not having any of that and tells Sticker that they can't be allies if Sticker keeps on cheating. Sticker shrugs him off, though, which leaves Fern only one option.
Hey, you! Sticker has been cheating this entire season, and you've done nothing about it!
Are you sure? I think I would have noticed someone cheating.
Well, you haven't!
Fine, I'll keep a watchful eye on Sticker this time. If they cheat, I'll send them packing.
Money! Did you hear those guys? They're forming an alliance! Let's work together, just for today.
Fine!
Ah, jeez. Sticker's had a rough start to the challenge today. Nearly got 20 points right off the bat, and then didn't, and now can't even cheat his way through. See, that makes me instantly worried. And with Money agreeing to team up with Sidewalkie, we essentially have a 2-on-2 scenario going on, but only one contestant is going out. So let's see how these 4 navigate this. Fern tells Sticker he believes she can win without cheating before launching himself up to the top of the pole to be the first one up a pole. Pole. How many times can I say a pole? Impressive work there, Fern. I guess that working out from a few episodes ago did pay off. Before Sticker can attempt the same thing, though, Sidewalkie does his thing and, well, yeah. Looks like Sticker's kind of stuck on this challenge now. Money then takes advantage of the fact that Announcer is only checking in on Sticker in this challenge by using the trampoline herself to make it to the top of the pole. And thanks, Fern, for taking the Announcer's attention off everyone else. Yeah, things are going about as well as I expected for the Fern and Sticker alliance so far. Although maybe Sticker still has a chance to come third in this first challenge?
So these are your current scores.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I expected Sticker to get through this one. But that's only the first challenge. Plenty of time left, right? On to challenge 2 now, collecting balls. And Sidewalkie does exactly what he did the first time around. Yep, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I suppose. And Fern and Sticker are struggling again. But when Money steals some of Sidewalkie's balls to benefit herself, Sticker sees an opening.
Must get first. No! My balls! No!
Time's up.
Are you kidding? You just cost me a challenge because of your crying.
Hey, wait, shouldn't Sidewalkie only have 6 points?
Sidewalkie collected the special BFDIE themed ball, so he earned an extra point.
But that's just a regular ball.
Oh, really?
Things are looking bleak for Sticker right about now. But perhaps the third challenge is where she can pick up some points. Or maybe not. But maybe?
Okay, Sticker, we might not be as strong or as big as those guys, but we can...
Stay back!
So, how do we decide who wins this one?
Just like that.
Or maybe not. And Sticker is still bottom of the pile. But at least she has 1 point. Time for a snowball fight now. But Money decides playing with fire is more fun.
Wait a minute, what are you doing?
Okay, that's it. Gonna have to stick 1 on the dark counter. But just do 1 on the dark counter to make up for all of those deaths that Sticker and Fern, and I suppose Sidewalkie, have endured so far in this one. Bonus point for Fern's death during the fight. Because that was brutal. Of course, Sidewalkie isn't affected by the fire, which Money wouldn't know, because she wasn't around for the first snowball fight when Rose was the one torching everybody. Also, Money, this isn't how you win a snowball fight, which the announcer does point out. That's okay though. Money has a solution for that.
That works, and here are your updated scores. Only Money won any points that round.
Yeah, Money takes that challenge. And also, I did enjoy the other callback to Sidewalkie having terrible aim from the first snowball fight, when he could not hit anybody, even Ruler when he was like a foot away from him. So that was a nice callback. So Money is top of the board now, which causes some friction between her and her, ally. Let's see if they can actually work together for the next challenge. The three-legged race. Of course, Money and Sidewalkie's plan here should be to immediately take Sticker and Fern out, and then just cruise through this one at their own pace. At least that should have been the plan. But after Sticker and Fern start running away...
Idiot! What are you doing? Move, dummy, move!
Fine!
What? What are you doing? Wrong way! Wrong way! No, what are you thinking? Clearly not at all, are you?
Yeah, that Sidewalkie's a stubborn one. Cross him once and, well, that's pretty much it. And hey, Sticker's sneaking on up with those points. And Fern is sneaking up on Money as well. Got some hope building here. The next challenge is have the chest. You know, the one from the rejoin episode. Whoever's holding the chest at the end this time will, just presumably get all of the points. But Sidewalkie has other important things to do. Like ditching Money to form an alliance with Fern and Sticker. To prove he's not just tricking them, though, Sticker demands an apology from Sidewalkie for all of the times he's caused them pain. Come on, Sidewalkie, you can do it.
Spit it out!
We'll count that as an apology, right, Sticky Friend?
Sure.
Awful nickname.
Oh yeah, the challenge. Has that been going on this whole time?
Congratulations, Fern. You've won 5 points. The rest of you get nothing.
Ooh, getting 3 flashbacks there. But hey, look at that. Fern's top of the table now. But now that these 3 have formed an alliance, we need some serious math skills to figure out how to ensure Money finishes bottom. Fern lays it out plain and simple. Sticker has to win all of the challenges that are left, and Sidewalkie has to finish second. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that maths out pretty math. So let's dive into the Find Items Underwater challenge. Oh wait, never mind. Money's out to kill everyone, so they have no chance of stopping her from winning this one. But also, she announced herself pretty loud, so everyone moves out of the way except for... announcer. Well, this actually kind of works out. Because if we're going through all the previous challenges, the next one is to repair a speaker box, right? There's the speaker box. Sticker and Sidewalkie head into the lake to grab those items and finish first and second, as planned. With Fern coming third and Money coming in last, which means the table looks like this now. Oh my gosh. Could the plan to get Money out actually work? And now I really think about it, would I rather see Sidewalkie in the next round than her? While I play tug of war with my feelings over that, it's time for the final challenge of the day. Fix the speaker box. Good old toothpaste speaker box returns, well, I mean, a clone of her at least, to oversee this one, and announces that points will be given based on who contributes the most to repairing announcer. And Sticker springs right into action.
I've got it! Now you'll...
Hey, come back!
Come any closer and I jump in the water. Then your precious announcer is gone.
Hurry, buddy! We gotta replant you!
Oh, the callback to BFDIE 1. What a nostalgia trip that was. Okay, I've only been watching object shows for a year, but a year ago can still be nostalgic. It's still a year. I can only imagine how people who've been fans for years and years felt watching that, though. It must have been a very fun scene to watch and go, oh, geez, the memories. And yes, Fern plans to plant announcer just like he planted his speaker box in the last episode. So let's hope that works again this time.
Worst ally ever? I thought we were meant to be evil, Sidewalkie. So why do you care if I do something a little evil to you, huh?
You're right. Good talk.
No, I have to win. I have to win.
Wow, thank you.
Fern, you helped the most, so you win the challenge.
Actually, it was Sticker who did the most.
Okay, I wasn't really paying attention anyway. And who did the second best?
Me.
Sounds correct. And since Money isn't even here, Fern gets third. Wait, doesn't that mean...
Our plan worked! We succeeded!
We eliminated Money! We eliminated Money! We eliminated...
No, you didn't. We're tied.
Oh, right. I'm not that great at math. Sorry, Sidewalkie.
Sorry, I still don't like them.
So, turns out Fern's math didn't quite math out. So that means we need a tiebreaker. Literally.
Sidewalkie wins.
What? Are you kidding? Being a pushover didn't work, and now this didn't either.
You are talking for too long. Goodbye.
Can we have cake now? I'm starving over here.
Here's your cake.
Yeah. More callbacks to when Snowball won 2 literal tiebreakers in BFDI episodes 4, Sweet Tooth, and 5, Bridge Crossing. I mean, Sidewalkie does fit that early BFDI Snowball mold, so this does kind of track. Sidewalkie just needs a silly little guy to mellow him out a bit. Worked for Snowball. Okay, so I've got to say straight off the bat, of course, I am happy that Sticker and Fern are in the final 3. They are 2 of my 3 favourites. 4. Jammy was in my 4. I had 4 favourites. So I'm happy that 2 of those 4 have made it to the final 3. Of course I am. Of course I'm happy about that. I haven't hidden who my favourites are. But I will say that I do feel bad for Money. She tried helping everyone out in the beginning, and she stuck with that during the rejoin challenge until she was pushed too far by Ruler. And I do get the evil turn. I really do. I understand where she was coming from, and I wanted to see what would have come of it had she been in the final 3. I think it would have been really interesting to see if she'd stuck with it right until the end. I know we're not done with her or any of the other eliminated contestants, though. They're definitely going to play a big part in the final, if only because one or more of them will be picked to go to Nightmare Island by the winner. Before we get to the post-credits clip, though, the voting screen did look a little bit different this time around as well. Yeah, we can no longer vote for any of the eliminated contestants as our favourites. which is very interesting. And I'm still wondering what those votes are going to be for. Like, maybe all of the votes that were cast for the eliminated contestants are being kept aside for some reason. Like, maybe whoever gets the least out of the eliminated contestants is who gets sent to the island. And the votes for the 3 going forwards, maybe those votes go towards who wins the whole thing. But I just don't know. It just depends how far ahead. Because I was thinking all the episodes would have been animated ahead of time. But all these votes going on must have to count for something somehow. And I'm just trying to figure out how. I guess that's just an idea, I guess, for now. Well, we'll find out, won't we, in the next episode, which comes out not next week, but the week after, and not on a Thursday either. Comes out on a Friday. Friday the 13th, no less. Oh, it's going to be unlucky for someone, for sure. All right, post-credits clip time.
So, Fern, how'd cheating feel? Good, right?
What are you talking about? I didn't cheat.
Oh, but you did! When the TSB gave you the win for the final challenge, you lied and said that I deserved it. That means you cheated! I played fair!
Well, well...
Aren't you also excited? Next week, that place will be one of yours. You are also lucky.
Ooh, Sticker has a point. Fern did cheat to make sure her money went out and Sticker stayed in. Not sure if that's going to change anything when it comes to how Fern plays the game in the final, but I like to think Fern is too pure to be intentionally mean, and also too pure to send anyone to the island, unless he wins and an announcer forces him to pick someone, or be sent there himself. The next episode is the finale, and with a 2-week gap instead of 1. Well, I do have 2 out of the 3 that I wouldn't mind seeing win. And I know there's a fair few Sidewalkie fans out there, so someone's going to end up happy. And I can't wait to see how this wraps up. Very interesting, very fun little season. Kind of sad that it's coming to an end. But I do wonder what's going to happen when BFDIE is finished. Because, think about it, BFDIA only has 1 episode left. And TPOT's obviously got quite a way to go, but when BFDIE is done, and then BFDIA is going to be done, kind of used to having 2 shows on the go with Jack and Jellyfish, or do they launch something else over the summer, perhaps? Could lead into the tour dates. Maybe one of the things they do during the tour, it could be, what they usually do is half of the tour they do 1 episode of something, half the tour they do another episode of something, so it could be like TPOT and whatever they do next. The new thing. I don't know. Guess we'll see, won't we? Speaking of TPOT, though, Jack and Jellyfish are looking for animators again, specifically for TPOT. So if you do animate with Adobe Animate and you want to have a crack at joining the Jack and Jellyfish team, I will pop a link to that form in the description below again, because since you're here already, it would just be probably easier to click that one. And yeah, get clicking and get applying, everybody, and best of luck if you do apply. Okay, so Jay, not side part anymore, but Jaysymmetrical now. Jaysymmetrical. I like that. That's a really good name. Did drop a bonus features video, by the way, which is pretty funny. Also, definitely got my attention. But it's actually really fun. It's a really good little thing. They go over just some information about like the creation of the show, previous shows that were worked on. They also did reactions to my reactions to the pilot episode. For a split second, I was going to do a reaction to their reaction to my reaction. I was like, can we get some reactionception going on? But I did decide against it. I will say, though, this is a really fun little time. They all seem so fun. They had such a blast recording this together. You could just tell how much of a giggle they all have together, and it was really cool. Definitely worth checking out if you want to know a little bit more about just them and the show and everything. Really fun, really good. I also do want to say as well that I don't always mention these, but Jay does post kind of regular YouTube community posts, just updating on things that are going on, other ideas, other plans and stuff. And I appreciate that. Really nice to know what's going on and, that kind of thing. Keep it up, Jay and Simon and everybody and anybody else who happens to be hovering around with you. All right, we got a Daylight Savings Object Show update from liviciabattery, and look, the animation is finished. Hooray! Super excited to share this one. It's a whole lot of fun. The clocks will go forward soon. I know, I mentioned this last time, and I was saying how scary it is because it does not feel like that long since we put them back. But now, the time change means that we get an episode of Daylight Savings Object Show, which is awesome. It's like it's a win situation on top of what I usually see as a lose situation because I hate having to change the clocks. But hey, if we keep getting Daylight Savings Object Show stuff when that happens, at least it's something for me to look forward to. So yes, that should be dropping next weekend. Oh, I am excited. I'm excited to hang out with Sonny and Mooney and the gang again. Bring it on. Okay, over to maukitt now, and we did get a big old update. So first things first, maukitt's got a straw page up now, which, again, as I always do, I will also provide the link if you want to interact with maukitt's straw page. But anyway, other than that, secondly, we're still in the writing process of episode 5. Wait! Before you all raise your pitchforks and rain your harrowing wraths upon me, let me explain. For the past couple of months, I've been incredibly preoccupied with my education, social life, and general arduous day-to-day tasks. My life has been good before anybody jumps to a concerning conclusion. I say arduous as in, it's making me toil. And you know, these are all things that happen. This is the stuff that happens, as I always say, outside of these walls, these electronic walls that we're sealed in. Alongside these factors, I have been studying writing as an art entirely. I want to understand what I'm doing, and I want to make my show to the best of my ability, which is awesome, by the way. Granted, it won't be perfect, because if you strive for perfection all the time, you are never going to finish anything. So no, it won't be perfect. I'm not all that great of a writer, but it'll be mine. I'm confident I can at least do a thing or two right. Maybe 3 things. You never know. In turn of the knowledge I've force-fed my brain until it became enmeshed with my daily thinking, I've developed a better understanding of what it means to be a writer, director, and showrunner. We're currently on a roll with episode 5 writing, and we hope to get it knocked out within the next couple of weeks. Meaning, if we can breeze past the writing process before April, then we could get a release in April or May. Things will be smooth sailing after that. They might even happen sooner than you think. Thanks for reading my scrawled wall of text. maukitt. Well, I do enjoy a nice wall of text. If you've seen my YouTube posts, I find it really hard to rein them in and keep them short. I'm trying to get better at not doing that, but I just can't help it. I like talking, and that extends into typing things. But maukitt, seriously, really, as always, super duper appreciate the update on all of that stuff. Really excited to hear that the writing is going well. Also very cool that you've really been focusing in and trying to do the best writing you can do. It's like the dedication is clearly there, and we can see it. We can all tell that you're putting a lot into this. On top of all of the everyday stuff, that's always going to be there. There's always going to be other things you have to do. So I think you're doing a great job of actually trying to balance everything. So keep up the amazing work, you and everybody else who works on Sacrificially Solitary as well. And heck, might see that episode in April, May. If we don't, we don't though. Don't you worry about it. But I am going to keep my eyes peeled and see what happens and check for other updates. Thanks, maukitt. And finally, over to MintyInTown now, who is currently working on a non-OSC fan-made music video to expand my creative capabilities as I move into college. I hope for people to find something special in this work, even across mediums. Hope you're having a great day. Now, this is actually something we talked about with Minty, and I've also mentioned this several times. I might stumble upon people because of their object show content, but that does not mean I suddenly walk away from them the second they stop doing object show stuff. That's not how things work around here. I will continue to support people's creative endeavors regardless. The object show aspect is just what I fall into first because of my medium and what I do here. But once you're in the family, you're in the family. And Mikey does not forget about you. So, Minty, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you've got cooking for this music video. I'll definitely be checking it out, and I'll definitely be sharing it when it lands. So, all the best with that project. All the best for college, too, as you start setting up for that stuff. And just all the best in general, I guess. All right, and that's everything for another episode of Object Show Roundup. We will obviously have Wish on a Star episode 3 to talk about next time, but no BFDIE since it's not coming out next week. It's the week after, so possibly, there won't be a midweek episode this time. Of course, there's not always going to be a need for one, but that means maybe I could spend a bit of time during the week checking out something else. You know, I've got a list. I should try and dive into it more when I get the chance to, but again, I can only do that when I get the time. So this is why I don't mention any specific shows ahead of time, because I don't want to say I'm going to watch something and then people anticipate me actually doing that. And then if I don't get time, it's like, well, now I feel bad. You know, that's why I don't ever say anything in particular. It's like, I might be able to check something else out. Doesn't mean I 100% will be able to, but I'll try. I'll see if I can squeeze some time aside as the week goes on. And of course, that does also depend on other things that might come out, because I don't know, I might get surprises dropped on us as the week goes on. So we'll see how it goes. But as always, thank you everybody for being here, whether you were just here for 5 seconds, one section of the video that you wanted to check out, or the entire thing, you brave soul, you. I do really appreciate it. Every single moment you're here means the absolute world to me. Don't forget to make the YouTube algorithms happy. Like the video, share the video, and comment as well. Have a little chat. I always try my best to respond to everybody's comments where I can. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Keep watching object shows, keep discovering new object shows, and keep making object shows. Love and appreciate you all. Have an awesome one, and I will see you in the next episode. Toodaloo.